Hi, my name is Debbie, as most of y'all know, but you don't know the story of how I got here. I came from a family of bikers, and I'm not talking Honda bikers, I'm talking Harley Davidson bikers. Parents who chose that lifestyle over their family. They chose to let their friends or certain family members sexually abuse us, molest us, and then blame it on us. Not a word was spoken on how to protect us. They were never there, and they chose that life. Lots of drugs happened that came into our house that I never quite understood. But the older I got, the more I saw. There was a lot of abuse. My father was physically and mentally abusive. My mother was never supportive. So it was pretty hard. And there's a lot more that, went on. So I knew when I was young, when I was very young, I knew by the grace of God, He came down and told me that life that my parents were living, that I was a part of, that wasn't right. That's not how parents should be. And I knew that because God told me that. God informed me that that wasn't the way to live. That wasn't love. But my father would complain all the time, and I hated that. I really, really hated that because he always had this self-defeating attitude. Well, one day, I was laying on the couch at home. I have two children, Joshua, who's 15, Naomi, who's 12, and a husband who's older than that. And I was laying on the couch complaining. And I was listening to myself. I went to bed complaining, and I was listening to myself, and God was listening to me. And I heard God tell me, you sound like your dad. You're an overcomer, sweetie. That's what He told me. And that came inside of me like fire. It was like God all of a sudden not only came down upon me, He came in me. He came in me. And every single time something has happened since then, and we're not talking this happened 20 years ago. I'm over 40, and it's taken me decades to get to where I'm at today. Okay, I'm 47. So it just happened like maybe a month ago. And I'm glad it took so long. And I know because of the way I was brought up, I can appreciate love. I can give so much love to my kids that it's so intense. And I appreciate my children. And I know how to protect my children because God put that there in my life. God did that for me. Okay, so a lot of y'all might be wondering, how did I get through all of that? Well, I got through it all first by the grace of God, by bringing me here with all of these wonderful sisters that are here at church. It's a process. You just don't get over it overnight, and you can't give up hope. You can never give up on faith. And even when I lose hope, I just remember that, I'm not alone. Not only is God my counselor, the sisters here at church, God gives us these wonderful women, friends, sisters to help us along the way. And that's what makes everything a little easier. It's not going to happen overnight. It happens over time. Sometimes it might happen overnight, and blessed be God for that. But I will say, I'm glad it's taken this long for me because I've built relationships through this entire time that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And my children have seen it, so that's really awesome. And that's what I want to share, is that you're not alone. You're never alone. don't be afraid to step forward, because that's what we're here for. We're here for y'all. We're here to help you become an overcomer, because you're not alone. And don't be afraid. I was so afraid for so long. And by the grace of God, I'm an overcomer, just like you can be, just like you will be. So don't forget, you're not alone. Don't forget, step out of your comfort zone. It's Satan holding you back. It's Satan holding you back. Just come out of the shadows. If you want to talk to one person, start there. I've had so many wonderful stepping blocks. I couldn't have done it without God and my sisters here at church. So I can't emphasize enough. Don't be ashamed. That's Satan. Don't be scared. That's Satan. Be an overcomer, because you can be. You're strong, you're powerful, and you can do it, because I did it.
Hallelujah.